Hi everybody and welcome to You Can Cook Anything. I'm Bob and today we're going to continue our Lebanese episodes and we're going to make a Tarator sauce. This is a sauce made out of tahini, which is ground up sesame seeds in their own oil. We're actually going to do this over a steamed fish and I want to give that fish some flavor. So before we make the Tarator, I'm going to take you quickly through the steamed fish. So we're going to slice up some ginger and we're going to cook that fish in a traditional Asian steamer basket. So we're going to slice up the garlic just to give us that bed of flavor. Alright. So we're going to put that in there for flavoring. We have more garlic, more ginger if we need it later. So a little of that goes in there to get some of the essence. Alright. Then we're going to take some green onions. I think we're going to do a bunch of them. We're going to do 4 green onions. We're going to save the rest for on top of the fish. So clean off their little hairs. Give them a quick rinse. Alright. Let's start with the green sides. So we're not going to cut these super short because we are trying to make that bed. Okay, and then we're going to take these pieces and we're going to slice them down the middle and throw them in our steamer as well. And that way we've got a nice bed for the fish to sit on rather than sitting directly on the steamer, okay? So in the end, this is kind of what we've got. All right, spread it out a little. Now moving in for the fish. We're going to take 2 pieces of fish and we're just going to lay them right on top, and that's what you get when you're done. So we're then going to seal that up. We're going to put it on the hot water on the stove and let it get steaming. There you go. That basically is just a pan on the stove that can sit on top of and get steam from. So next we're going to do the Tarator. So, as I explained in our last video, when you use tahini, you do have to stir it. You have to stir it pretty well. So we're going to get in there. Alright. We're going to go with 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3. So 3 good sized spoons. I mean, in the end you want enough sauce, so this really will determine the majority of how much sauce you get. So I'm actually going to throw a 4th one in there. Alright. So we're going to put that here. Clean up that mess in a minute. Then we need the juice of our lemon. And just to make it easy to catch the seeds, we're going to use that strainer we used last time. But make sure we get as much juice out as possible. This is really important, especially when this is your only lemon. Alright, so that's 1 lemon's worth of juice. Then you're going to start mixing it up. The idea is to make this really a sauce consistency. And you'll see, because the Tarator really wants to eat water, it's going to go from weird mixed up looking stuff to paste, and this is why you need to add the water. So we're going to add some water right from a water bottle here. The best part of this is, as long as you still have enough lemon, if you were to add too much water, you just add more Tarator and you end up with more sauce. Trust me, once you taste this, you will want more of it. Now we're going to add my touch. My touch is basically adding garlic. So we're going to pound it. Now normally I would do this in the bowl, but I really wanted to show you the tahini mixing with the lemon without a bunch of clumps of garlic in the way. So there's one more ingredient, get back in there, and that's salt. So it's usually about a teaspoon salt for about, half a cup of sauce. But you know, if you like it a little more salty, add a little more salt. The thing to do to help break up the garlic, though, is you add the salt directly to the garlic. So we'll add some salt. Okay, I added a little Tarator to this to just help just kind of mix it all up, get a nice paste out of it. And once we have a nice paste, we just throw it back in the bowl and mix it. That fish should only take about 15 minutes. If you could tell, it wasn't very thick. It's also not the thinnest fish. This is cod. So these are about 1/2 inch thick fillets. I think my wife bought enough to feed my neighbor. So I'm going to find out if they want some fish, and we'll take some over to them too. So there, now we've got a really nice looking paste. Some little chunks, which, if you don't like that, just keep going. All right. Move our bowl back here, and put our little mash back in it. Give that a mix. So now that we've got it all mixed together, this is the point where we add the salt. So this is kosher salt. It's really grainy and doesn't melt well in this. You can still use it. If you're going to use it, you have to use about 1 extra 1/2 teaspoon for every teaspoon. Just to make it easier to mix, I am going to use a little iodized salt. The reason they added iodine to salt was because a lot of people were having problems with their thyroids. Your iodine helps to regulate your thyroid. I'm not a doctor, but that's what I've been told, read, and seen. So we're going to add just a little to get started. Trick with adding salt out of your hand. Never put more in your hand than the most you think you'd put. It's much easier to add salt than to try to find ways of getting it out by making the batch bigger. All right, let's get a spoon for a taste. It's perfect. Now, let's get that steamed fish. Okay, well, the steamed fish is done. That's what it looks like, and you can see, still very hot, how flaky that has separated. That's good to go. So we're going to get a plate. And then serving is really, really simple. You can go all Jackson Pollock if you want. I prefer to just get it on there. And the ultimate test, and none of my taste testers are around, means I have to taste test it. Excellent. So there you have it. Steamed fish, Tarator, very low calorie, very low carbohydrate, excellent source of protein. I hope you enjoy making this as much as I did. There is one other thing you can do for your fish, and that's to take a little piece of the green onion, the green part, not the white part. You can use the white part if you want a little more bite. Cut off the gross tip. And just, you know, dress it on top with a little onion. We have fresh cilantro you could use as well. There you go. I hope you give this a shot. Please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell so you'll know when we put out new episodes. We're going to continue with the Lebanese content as well as some experiments and some other cool on-location videos we'll be doing. Also, if you like this video, please throw us a like, and more than anything, please leave a comment. If you tried this, great. We'd love to know how it worked for you. If you want to see us do something, please ask. A lot of people, get an opportunity to eat Middle Eastern food, have no idea how to cook it. This is the place to ask. If you have any other types of foods or things you want to know, leave it in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. And don't forget, you can cook anything.